Hello and welcome to our practice. Today we're going to work on standing balancing poses. And something very important to accompany that is this concept of Dristhi. Where are you looking? Where are you focusing? And like so many poses that we do with our physical bodies, they have a beautiful message about how we regard our inner landscapes, our inner thoughts. So while physically we are balancing a lot on one leg, finding a place to look, right, to help us pin our focus, right, is a very beautiful lesson as well. So this class, while it's designed for someone, a beginner or someone interested in the foundations of standing, balancing poses, I welcome you all. Thank you for making time. So today for our setup, please have your mat lined up this orientation as close to the wall as you can. If you'd like, have a blanket always for support and a scarf or a yoga belt. And just go ahead and you want to hit pause and gather those things. I'll meet you back here. Let's begin finding a comfortable seat on the blanket, simply crossing the legs, one in front of the other. Rock a little, side to side, using the finger pads for support. So you really feel, right, this grounding, this weight. Before we lift up one leg and balance, right, let's root down to make sure we are anchored into somewhere secure. Good. So some options for the legs. This is Sukhasana, easy pose, right, crisscross. Some might find it more comfortable to kind of open out the legs. If you have the flexibility in the hips, you know who you are. Good. And if neither of those work, another option is simply kind of sliding the legs out in front. And because we have the wall, beautiful prop for support today, you're welcome to kind of lean back into the wall. Good. So find what's working for you. Rest your hands on the legs. Yeah. And take a slow in-breath and a slow out-breath. Bring the upper body right into neutral, so the skull and your head is over your heart, is over your pelvis. And go ahead, find a place to look. So maybe just above your screen, so not looking at me, or maybe you're looking at something in the screen. Right, and let's just practice what it means to focus our awareness on one thing. Don't work too hard. Just simply focus and breathe. Now gently close the eyes, but keep your awareness on that point in which you were focused on. Feeling the difference between focusing on something outside the body and then something inside. Keeping your eyes closed and look inward even more. I like to look down towards my heart. And I like to focus the energy of my practice that way. Take a breath in. Listen to yourself exhale. Gently flutter your eyelids open. All right. Uncross the legs. Bring both of them out in front. Hold the shin bones, tops of the shins. Lift your toes, spread them apart, wiggle your toes around. Okay, good. And if you feel like you're leaning, just lean back into the wall, find support. And then go ahead and lower the toes down, lift the heels. And then place like the entire bottoms of your feet down. Take your right leg, open it out to the right a little bit. Okay. Use the hand for support here. We're just kind of flossing that outer hip a little bit. Right? If this is like too easy and your mind is going somewhere else, make it harder. Place the hand down maybe and work on opening the leg in and out. There's a beautiful balancing point of balancing poses. That's just between efforting enough and that perfect amount of sweetness, right? That's not too much, not too little. All right, replace your right hand and let's repeat on the left side. And also, friends, when we balance, we become very keenly aware of the subtle and sometimes obvious differences between our left side option, right side of the body. And the practice here is not to say, oh, one is better, one's more flexible, one's stronger, right? Take away that judgment, ease up on that judgment. The practice is to simply observe. Right? Oh, okay. My left hip moves with a little more ease. Okay. I love both of them. All right. Come to center. Replace both hands on the shins. And this time, just gently pull your heart towards your thigh bones. And maybe look up. The head is not irresponsibly dropping back. Okay. Plus the wall is there. Okay? It's supported and lift up through the heart. And return to neutral. All right. Reach for your scarf or your strap. And then we're going to wrap it around that left foot, at the sole of that left foot. Okay? And now a couple options with this right leg. If it's easy to just come down to the ground, go ahead and do that. If it's easier to stay up kind of halfway here, that's good too. And another option is to extend that leg out. And just hold here. Find what's working, and then we're going to slowly slide that left foot forward. Both hands on the ends of the strap. It does not need to go straight. Okay, we're just going to stretch the bottom of that leg. One more breath. Bring that leg back in towards the body, release. Bring that right leg in. And let's do the other side. So whatever this left leg feels comfortable doing, right? Do that. And again, you can rest it down, keep it kind of hovering, or extend out. Stretching the legs. Right. Extend your right leg forward. Look at my feet. The toes are pointing up, the heels are stretching forward. So I'm activating the backs of my legs. I can really feel it in my calves. All right, good. Now bend the knees, bring the legs together, bring the strap behind both feet. Good. And then extend your legs. If they go to straight, wonderful. If not, wonderful. And for some of us, right, this is really easy. And I would like a little bit more. You can wrap the scarf around your hands and then gently, right, lean forward. Reconnect to your point of focus. your practice, if that starts to change and it starts to, say, develop a color or it morphs into an intention, right, let it. Right? That's the magic of focusing on the practice. Very nice. Release the strap. Good. Use the hands, help the knees bend. Come to all fours, roll to one side, bring the knees down. And then walk the hands back, open the knees, and then stand up. Ta-da. Let's move this blanket. If you're sitting on one, let's just move it out of the way. Gather your scarf or strap, and then come to standing. Let's begin with our feet slightly apart, and then lean back onto the wall. Feel the support of the wall behind you. All right. Let's bring the feet slowly to touch. And if it ever is going too much, I'm losing my focus, right? Then go back. Find what is working for you. Okay, so let's begin. Pick up your left knee, yes, and then lift it to the best of your knowledge about hip height. And then let's just slowly move that leg left and right. And do your best to just move the leg. Try not to move anything else. The hands, right? Get creative. Like, oh, this is really helping me balance. And we do that. And then look forward, right in front of you, eye level, and find something to fix your gaze, pin your awareness on. Got it? And then bring the leg to stillness and just hold here. Press down through your right foot. See if you can stand a little taller. Keep looking at your focal point. And maybe the hands can just lift for a second away from the wall, perhaps coming to the heart, but keep looking forward. One more breath. And lower the leg down. Feel your feet in contact with your mat, floor. Remember, when we balance on one leg, it has to come from a place of very firm support. Okay, let's do the second side. Find the position so you're supported, and slowly lift your right leg up to hip height. You stay. Hip height is like this. It's the same length, right? Sometimes we want to go too far, and then we lean back. That's not good. And then sometimes we're like too low, and so we're like a little. So do your best. Find hip height. And then open either a little bit or a lot. And we're just kind of flossing this outer hip here. Do you feel the left leg turning on? Do you feel your right leg? Do your best. All right. And then come to center palms. Reconnect with your focus straight forward. And breathe. One more. And lower down. Bring the hands, let them rest, and really lean your body weight into the wall. Feel the support behind your head, your shoulders. Feel the awakening, that pulsing, the electricity you've generated through your practice. Good. Now reach for your strap. All right. And we're going to work towards a variation of hand to big toe pose. Right? It's one of these standing balancing poses. Quite common, quite popular. So we'll work our way towards it. Let's build a strong foundation so that we can go there safely, right, from a place of honesty and stability. So go ahead, bring that strap underneath your left foot, and let's slide our hands towards the end of the strap, right? And then really reach that left leg towards straight. Look at my elbows, they're kind of flaring out, right? That's okay, right? But the focus here is on the legs, but it just might be a little too tense, you know, if we're all nervous in the upper body, so do your best to relax. Good. And when and if you feel steady and you want a little more, begin to draw that leg up and up. Maybe the hands wrap around and you lift up. Now here's the fun part. Find your focal point. Breathe in 2. Exhale. Breathe in 1. Exhale. And lower that leg back down. Feel both feet down. Feel the difference between the left and the right without judgment. All right, other side. Bring that right foot underneath. Good. Strong left leg. And begin to lift that leg forward. And try to keep that leg towards as straight as possible, even if that means you're not lifting. Right? Good. And really feel that the back, right, is secure. And look forward. You take that leg up as high as it wants to go. And we breathe together for 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. One more breath. And release. Bend one knee at a time. Feel that intensity dissipate by simply resting. Okay. All right. Place the strap around your neck because we'll want it again later. And then simply take a step forward and turn to your right so your right hand can touch the wall. And we want to be at a distance about 2 feet. When the hand is touching the wall, look at your right elbow. It's still bent. Okay, that's a good distance. And let's come into tree pose this way. So bring your left leg up. Right, good. And let's turn it. And you can keep that toe down. Our point here is to focus on the space ahead of us. What lies ahead? All right. So this is one variation. You can also lift the leg, turn the leg out like we did earlier. Good. And whatever feels like, oh, just the right sweet spot of challenge, go there and hold. So whether the foot is down, like so, in contact, right? Or whether it's floating, right? This is a variation of tree. Right? Or you can rest that leg on the calf. Okay. And let's begin with the hand on the wall. And breathe. If it's possible that your focus is so tuned and the balance is there for you today, maybe the hands come into prayer from the heart. A little swaying is very natural. One more moment here. And replace your leg down. Reach for your scarf. Maybe bend the knees a little, shake that out. Yoga doesn't have to be so serious all the time. Hold the very ends, reach for that left foot, slide it underneath. This time take both ends of your strap into your left hand. Place the right hand on the wall so you are not free floating, not yet. And then slowly lift that left leg forward. And remember what it feels like to have the back, the wall supporting you, okay? And so a couple options. You can stay here, work on the balance, work at looking forward. You can slowly lift the leg more. You can wrap the scarf around your wrist, right? If you're feeling like that leg has space to lift. And then, of course, another option is bring your right hand away from the wall in front of your heart and half prayer. Your fingertips, right, guiding your gaze like a runway to look forward. Resist the urge to lean back. Do your best to stand up straight. Right? Your eyes, your heart, your prayers, your foot, right? All aiming in the right direction where you are looking. Inhale, 2. Exhale. 1 more breath. Good. Exhale and release. Release the strap. Release the scarf. Bend one knee at a time. Maybe you like to flutter your lips. I love that. Like this. Good. And let's do the other side. So this time, take a turn. Okay, we can change our perspective. I love that about yoga too. Right, we can just change where we're looking. Okay, left hand, check your feet so you have enough distance to the wall so that your elbow can be bent. Grab your strap, wrap it around the right. Oh, let's do tree first. My apologies. Bring that right knee, kind of just pop that knee forward. Good. And then gently, right, bring that knee out and in. Be very sweet with yourself. Right? If the knee hurts, then it's too much. Just don't do it. All right, find your tree. So whether resting on the ground, lifting up to the calf, hand to the hip. Find your Dristhi. Dristhi. And gaze forward. All the intentions of your heart, right, the thoughts of your mind, right, gathered here together, balance. The feeling right in the body, maybe one hand comes to the heart, maybe 2. You stand a little taller, balance. One more breath. And release. Now reach for your scarf, wrap it under the right foot. Take both ends into your right hand, left hand to the wall. Adjust. You know your body. We're getting to know our body. Good. And then find your extension. Find your lift. Is it a little? The foot can stay down, right? But we want to keep looking forward. Breathe. Stand tall. Try not to lean back. Maybe the left hand comes in front of the heart. Focus. Focus. And release. Now let's take a turn, face forward. Good. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out. And just bring the hands in front of the heart. Feel a little bit of the warmth in between your hands. And I just want to share one of my favorite images, right, of balancing poses. I've learned so many poses on one leg. Right? Oftentimes they depict having one foot in the physical world and then one foot lifted in the spiritual world. Right? A lot of gods, goddesses depicted, right? Sitting, one foot up, one foot down. So I just want to share that imagery with you so that every time we practice a standing balancing pose, we have the opportunity to connect with why. And it does help me balance. When I think about one foot being connected into the world, I can feel, I can see, I can taste. And then one foot in this mysterious place, right, of floating and with a lot of effort. And so I practice to learn to balance the two. So bring your hands to your heart. The feet can be together or slightly apart. Let's open the arms out wide. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Thank you so much for bringing your honest and your earnest practice to your mat today. Thank you.